Chances are, if you've been using Ancestry for a long time and have a large family tree, your family tree needs a tune-up. And today we're going to use Family Tree Maker to clean up one messy part of your family tree. Howdy, I'm Devin Noelle with Family History Fanatics, and I like helping you climb your family tree and have fun along the way. And when your family tree is a mess, it's not very fun. So one of the things you're going to see as you're going through this list is that there's a lot of gobbledygook taking place. This can be parentheses, it could be extra commas. You're going to see the use of United States, you're going to see the use of abbreviations as we scroll down the list. I'm sure you're going to see inconsistent British America, British colonial America, British colonies, British North America. You're going to see this one for Kentucky, brackets and bonus commas. You're going to see USA. You're going to see a lot. Now you might be thinking to yourself, why are the place names so messed up? The ones I'm about to show you. The reason is the larger your tree, the more you have been using Ancestry to bring in places from member trees, from record sets. There's no standard across all of the record collections. There's no standard across trees. And sometimes we get a little lazy and we get inconsistent. And that's okay. And that's why we want to use a tool like Family Tree Maker to clean it all up. One of the first things you will want to do when you're cleaning up place names is to get to the Resolve Conflicts list. And this is where you're going to standardize United States to USA, standardize some of that Kentucky, and so forth. So what we need to do is we need to come to this section right here, and you're going to click on this check mark over a piece of paper. It's to the right of when it says places. So scroll to the right. Click on that icon right there, and then it's going to ask you if you want to back up the file. The larger the file, the more cleanup you're going to do, the more I recommend yes. If you think there's just one or two cleanup places, then I'm going to say don't worry about it. So then you're going to have a pop-up screen that says resolve all place names. When we zoom in, it's going to take New Holland, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, that has the United States, and turn it into USA. Possible Ohio, United States becomes Ohio, USA. Do you want to do that? Franklin County, Ohio, United States, Franklin County, Ohio, USA. Now, you have complete control over this list. Now, this list had over 1,000 names to correct, so take your time and go slow. We can simply say, yep, I want to have it be like that. And now it's not going to use that name, it's going to use this name. For possible Ohio, United States, it goes to Ohio, United States. There's no way to customize this. That's one of the things I don't like about this. Maybe you want it to standardize to Ohio, USA, but you still want to keep that possible. There isn't a way to do that, so go ahead and leave the check mark right there. Here's another example, comma, Perry, Ohio, United States. We want it to go to that. So you can keep going down and checking all of these marks. So here's an example, Portland Township, Sandusky City, Ward 1, Erie County, Ohio, United States. You can't see it because it runs off. Family Tree Maker wants to clip it to Ohio, United States, but you have extra details. You have that Portsmouth Township, you have the Erie, the Ward 1. And so one of the things you can do is click on DSC. So what happens is the unrecognized text is going to go into the description field that Ancestry provides. So what we can do is click on that. So keep going through the list, searching for the things that you want to correct. I want to caution you when you use the place checker. Look at this entry, Long Beach, California, United States. The suggestion is Long Beach, Los Angeles, California, USA. Notice how Family Tree Maker made a recommendation of what the county could be. I kind of like that tool, but be careful because there are boundary changes and you may be using the wrong county from the recommended list. So in that case, you'll probably want to click ignore. But in this case, I really like that Family Tree Maker found the county for me. So I'm going to keep going. Here's another example of something I don't like, and I don't recommend you changing right away. So Hanover was part of a lot of different locations before 1871 when it became part of Germany. And notice, here's Hanover trying to be historically accurate perhaps, and then Family Tree Maker's trying to switch it to this. I'm going to recommend, again, this is one of those times where you click ignore and then go and see if it's historically accurate before you go and connect in. Now, for those of you from Ireland, you need to help me settle this debate. Is Dublin in the right county for Ireland, or is it misattributed it in the file? Notice how the automatic resolve page wants to force it to just say Ireland, but you're thinking, wait, I did discover that it was in Dublin. I just might have the formatting of the location wrong. So again, we're going to click ignore and keep going. I'm hoping these examples are helping you see why you can't just accept the automatic correct all place names, because you might be losing data that you already found. How frustrated will you be if you've discovered that your ancestor lived in Dublin, but this resource forced it into Ireland and you lost that information? Now, I have a number of ancestors from Canada, and Family Tree Maker wants me to take off the village that I found in Lincoln County, Ontario, Canada, and just remove it completely. Now, it does give me the option of putting Smith and Gainsborough over into the description, but it is part of that location. So it's a little bit frustrating that it's asking me to do that. So once again, ignore. Tell me in the comments some of the other things that you have found with the automatic recommendation of cleaning up the trees that you think, that's not right. Going through 1,000 place names was really challenging, but I made it, and now I'm ready to click OK. Now, another way to clean up places is as you're working or as you come across a place name here in the place view window. So I found a place, Valley Crossing, Hamilton Township, Franklin County, Ohio, United States. It's going to affect 4 people and 4 facts. So what I want to do is double click on George Washington, and it will bring me to this profile page. The birth fact is highlighted, and if it isn't, you just click on it. And then to the right, you're going to see where you can edit the location. But how do you know what should survive? I'm going to go over to the FamilySearch wiki, and I'm going to start with Franklin County. Then I'm going to go down to the townships. There are some villages. There's Valley View, Georgeville. There's no Valley Crossing. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Hamilton Township. And unfortunately, Hamilton Township survives, but there is no Valley Crossing. One more thing I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to do Valley Crossing and do a search for Valley Crossing in the wiki. I'm still not coming up with anything on the Wikipedia or on the FamilySearch wiki. So I am going to keep Hamilton and put Valley Crossing in the description. So all I have to do is take out Valley Crossing, click the Hamilton, and now there is this pop-up screen. It looks like that. When we zoom in, this is the old place name, this is the new place name, and we want to click on Add Description Text to the field. And then we're going to paste that Valley Crossing right there and get rid of any spaces or commas, because when it shows up, it will show up with the commas, so we don't need to have those extra things there. But come up to the top. There will be times when you make a change in a profile to someone and you just want to affect that one person. Other times, you're going to want to change all 4 instances, because why bother doing all the changes when you can do it at once? Click in the radio dial that besides change all instances, come down to OK, and then you're going to see Hamilton Township, Franklin County, Ohio, United States, Valley Crossing. After United States, there is a semicolon just in this view, but that's not how it's going to show up on Ancestry or any other location. It's a really great way to keep track of the additional location information and the additional information about individuals. But as we're looking at this, we're seeing there is a comma Franklin County, Ohio, and then there's a Hamilton, Franklin, Ohio. And it looks like that all of the Hamiltons in Franklin County, Ohio should have that township right next to it. So we don't have to go back out to the place name field. We can change it here, and all instances that have that Hamilton without the township can be affected. So come over here, and let's go ahead and copy that location. Click back on this Hamilton, do a paste right there, and notice it gives you a prompt. Say, this is already in the database. Is that the one you want to use? Click yes. And we can go ahead and change all instances to this new place. Click on change and go OK. One of the things to keep in mind is that Family Tree Maker is dependent on the standards over on Ancestry. And after using the program for a while and using Ancestry for a number of years, it seems that they use USA for United States. They prefer to have Germany attached to all Germanic states, even in the time period before that. They like Canada. They don't like the use of Upper Canada and Canada West. So you're going to have to make some decisions as we're going through. The other thing I'm going to do while we're here is we're going to change all of these to USA. So we're going to make it say townships with USA. Click OK, and 75 place names are going to be affected. Click OK. This one is improved, but I'm going to go ahead and fix these while we're here. So now when we go back to places and we look for Hamilton Township, Marion, Truro, Madison, I bet what we're going to find is they're going to be underneath that USA. So scroll down to USA, click on the arrow for Ohio, click on the arrow for Franklin, and we're going to find Galloway, Hamilton Township, Madison, Marion, Prairie, and Truro, and all of those are clustered together. Before we continue, if you're finding a lot of great value out of this video, be sure to leave a comment or a question below, and then share it with other users of Family Tree Makers or potential users of Family Tree Makers so they can clean up their ancestry tree. One of the things I do like about Family Tree Maker being so connected to Ancestry and not so much to writing to FamilySearch is that after you're done making all the changes to your tree, you can come up to the Ancestry syncing icon, click on that, and then you're going to have sync now, sync options, unlinked tree. We want sync now. You'll have a screen that says continue to sync, and then it will go through the syncing process. It will let you know if there's any problems that may take place or how many changes are going to be made to the tree. You can come and click continue, and then those changes are going to be implemented all at the same time over on Family Tree Maker to Ancestry. So it's kind of handy. So what do you think? Will you be able to clean up your family tree? I hope so. And if you're ready for another video that might interest you, be sure